Welcome to the first part of learning to establish common ground. If I start with our core principle here at Uptime Labs is when the pressure is on, you don't rise to the occasion, but you fall to the highest level of preparation. Okay. One of the core aspects of today's session will be establishing some theory, using some theory around what common ground is and why it's important to incident response and how it can help. Then the second point will be I'm going to cover two concrete practices, how you can apply, and then use an example to demonstrate that. Okay. So we start off with the theory. Okay. So the theory behind common ground is that it's the essential component to good communication and coordination. Okay. So establishing common ground during an incident really does move the dial on good communication and coordination. And we know there's central aspects for good incident response. Okay. As an incident commander or incident manager, this is one of your key responsibilities to ensure and safeguard communication and coordination during an incident. Right. So that's why understanding what common ground is and how to establish it and how to actually practice it during an incident is one of the essential skills for the role. So common ground is the permanent mutual knowledge, mutual beliefs, and mutual assumptions that support interdependent actions in some joint activity. Okay, it's a bit of a mouthful, okay, but let's start with the joint activity. So the joint activity is what we're all joining the support call for is during the incident. We all join, and our goal is to get the incident resolved as soon as possible. Okay, particularly if you think of a major incident, right? The interdependent actions is around the individual on the incident is able to make informed decisions, right? That makes sense. So if you think about a networks engineer joins the call, they're obviously going to think about decision making and actions that are probably their network related activities. Versus, for example, if someone from compliance joins the call, they look at the same information, but their actions may be totally different. And that would be, maybe we need to call a regulator, or there's some regulation aspects I need to adhere to, or policy aspects. So this is where you have different agents coming in, joining the incident with different backgrounds and skills. And what holds us together is the common ground. And common ground really is a set of mutual knowledge, mutual beliefs, and mutual assumptions that you have during the call. And it's a moving target. Okay, so these things, as the incident progresses and new information comes in, it's constantly fluid and moving. So the role of the incident manager in that point is making sure everyone engaged in the incident response is clear on the current is a very important aspect of the knowledge, beliefs, and assumptions. So then you can make informed, interdependent decisions. Okay. If I wrap this session up with giving you an example, okay. So let's set the scene. An incident is reported, and there's two investigation threads on the way. One is dedicated to a developer to check his last set of changes. The other is a networks engineer to check their changes. Both have been asked to check their respective systems and report back in 5 minutes. Okay. So as you digest that, okay, if we break that down, what does common ground mean for this? Okay. Well, as an incident manager, I've sent off a message to Shay, who's the developer. Can you check this change in the front end? Tanya, can you check your network's change? And looking to rule if this issue is change related, please report back in 5 minutes. Okay, right? So this is the action I've done. I've set these commands. If you break that down, you'll see that we have a hypothesis or belief that the issue may be change related. Okay, so this is my current process in troubleshooting. I have belief that only two changes are likely to be the cause. So the moment, if it's change related, I'm focused on these two changes at the moment. Okay, I have assumption that Shay and Tanya are going to check their changes, report back the findings in the next 5 minutes. And there's the assumption that both Shay and Tanya will have the skills to identify if the incident is coming from their respective changes. Okay, so all of that is unpacked, right, in those messages, right? Okay, so this is what we mean by common ground, right? Knowledge, belief, and assumptions.